We're here at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. Jim Houston with Craig Simpson. Welcome to Game 3 of the Western Conference Final between the Colorado Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues. Colorado needs a big effort here at home to get back in this series. They're trailing by 2 and they haven't looked sharp.
Well, Jim, they have to stay focused on their job at hand. They can't get caught up in all the other stuff. Just get out there and win, and worry about the rest of it tomorrow.
Here's a look at tonight's official.
Jim, don't expect to see a lot of careless stick work tonight. That's one area he really focuses on.
That's right, but he does let a little more go in the neutral zone. And the faceoff is won by Nicolishin. In over the line. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Passed over. Ponger. Delayed penalty coming up for Colorado. Nicolishin is going off for hooking. St. Louis is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
Hall rips one. Lalline kicks it out. Quick puck movement out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. In front. Goaltender stopped that. Checked.
No ducking that one.
And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle.
Oh, did you see that? He got utterly pasted there.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Face-off won by Waite. Over the line. He knocked him off the puck. A lateral pass. Passed across, brings it out, in over the line. We've reached the midway mark of the penalty, and they haven't been able to generate a whole lot of anything with a man advantage.
Jim, it looks like they're trying to make the perfect play out there. All they need to do is keep firing the puck on goal, and good things will happen.
About to drop the puck. And the Blues get the draw. Played over, out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone, crushed.
That was a tough hit.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Thrashed.
No shortage of physical play here.
Lalline hangs on for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by Sillinger. Brings it out. In over the line. Shot from the wing by Savage. Blocked. It's a scramble. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Shoots. Lalline got a pad on it. And he covers up. Players are lining up at the face-off circle. Face-off won by Waite. St. Louis is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Abisher turns the shot aside. Brings it out. Over the blue line. A shot from the slot by Waite. Stone cold by Abisher. Brings it out. Solani corrals the puck. Lalline reached out for the puck. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Nicolishin is going to the box for hooking. St. Louis will get a second chance on the power play here. Waite wins the faceoff. Drake now with the puck. Waite grabbed it. It's coughed up by Jackman. Through center. Into the attacking zone. The shot is blocked by Pronger. Moved up. Over the line. In front. Turned away by Abisher. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Solani. Leg save by Lalim. Up through center. In over the line. Played up. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Solani gets knocked down out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Run over. What a hit. Played across. Brings it out. In over the line. Taken out.
That one rattled his cage.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shove. In front. Door slammed shut by Abisher. He covers up. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Waite won the draw. Pass back over the blue line. Skrastinch brings it out. In over the line. Taken out.
He felt that one.
Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoots the puck. Hall grabbed it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Knocked over.
He got slammed into on that one.
At center. Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
Lots of contact there.
St. Louis is now 0 for 2 on the power play. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Sent flying.
That's real action.
Up through center. Over the blue line. Saved by Abisher. Quick puck movement. Brings it out. In over the line. Bumped off the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets laid out by Bugner. Out of their defensive end. Passed over by Correa. Shove. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Kachuk. Bad save. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Salvador. Delayed penalty coming up. He gets called for hooking. Colorado will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Laline freezes the puck. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Colorado wins the faceoff. One-timed by Barnaby. Scores on the power play. Excellent delivery, excellent shot.
They had the goalie beat, no question.
Colorado is full of confidence right now.
And that could carry them a long way in this game.
Correa wins the faceoff. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets out-muscled by Salvador. A lateral pass. Brings it out. Over the line. Knocked down.
That's what you call a big-time hit.
Saved by Abisher. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Skrastinch shoots it hard. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. Played over by Kachuk. Into the attacking zone. Turned aside by Abisher. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by McInnes.
He slammed him big time.
Colorado puts its checking line out. Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Played up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Played across. Into the attacking zone. Knocked him off the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Quick puck movement. Brings it out. A lateral pass. He gets run over by Rycroft.
A big, clean hit.
Lalline freezes the puck. McKinnis really jumps into the play well. I haven't seen him get caught pinching yet.
Well, he anticipates where the play is moving so well. He adjusts to make the most of his opportunity.
We're ready for the face-off. St. Louis wins the face-off. Tkachuk grabbed it out of their defensive end. Over the line. In front. Wait! Played up. Brings it out. In over the line. Weinrich pushes him. Konowalchuk right in front. Colorado makes a line change. Salvador will go to the box for hooking. Colorado has one power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here. Nicolishin won the draw. Out of their defensive end. The ref indicates a delayed call. Foot has been nailed for hooking. With 4 players on either side, this game should open up.
Well, look for some longer passes and more odd man rushes. The tempo of this game could really pick up.
Correa misses. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Vananen. Wait, shoots quickly. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets leveled by Mellanby.
He's really throwing his weight around.
Lalline got a leg on it. Rocked.
That was a huge check.
St. Louis puts its third line out. Run over.
That was a great check.
Shoots. Misses out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoots the puck. Lalline turned it away. Foot leaves the box. That means his team is no longer shorthanded. Through center. Over the blue line. Abisher denies him. Brings it out. Up through center. Hall shoots the puck. Lalline turns it aside. In over the line. He gets rocked up by Blake.
Great hustle and a great hit.
He gets thrashed.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
Puck intercepted by Drake. St. Louis Blues are on a line change. They dump it in on the end boards. Solani grabbed it out of their defensive end. Over the line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Blake rocks him. Brings it out. And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0. First intermission is over, and we get ready to start the second. They're getting ready for the face-off. Correa wins the face-off over center. Over the blue line. Shove. Right in front. He gets rocked by Solani.
He took him down.
Brings it out. Tkachuk. Wait, gets the shot off. Abisher turned him away. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Nice little move by Solani. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. In over the line. Blake gets checked. Wait. Over the blue line. He gets bowled over by Foot. Moved over, brings it out. Over the line. He gets taken out by Pronger. Full contact. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rocked.
You can't hit much harder than that.
Advances the puck. In over the line. Shove. Right in front. Lalline hangs on for the whistle.
Holy cow, he got his bell rung on that one. That was a big hit.
Ref is signaling for the faceoff. Colorado wins the faceoff. He gets run over by Savage. Over the blue line. In front. Goaltender stopped that. The action's about to start. And the Blues get the draw. He gets hit by Svestin's Tkachuk. Centered, pad save by Abisher. Right in front. Out of their defensive end. In over the line.
Hit! Now that's physical play.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Delayed call against Colorado. Stoppage gets called for interference.
The contact was well away from the play. You can't always get away with that.
And you can see the coach is having a word with the official about that last call. St. Louis hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a fourth chance here.
Well, they just need a few bounces to go their way. If they stick with it, the goals will come.
Turned aside. Brings it out. Over the line. Shot from the wing by Waite. Turned over. Saved by Abisher. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Run over.
Jim, that's old-time hockey.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets leveled by Solani. Short pass. Brings it out. Over the line. Mowed down.
He took a big hit there.
Into the attacking zone. Short pass. In over the line. Rocked.
This is serious.
It's played across by McInnes. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Muscled off the puck. Passed across. Played back by Sillinger. Savage. Quick shot. He scores on the power play.
Hey, they better check the puck for cracks after that slapper.
No doubt. Good thing it didn't hit the goalie. Might have knocked him into the net as well. And the faceoff is won by Korea. He gets hit by Solani. Nice hit. Across. Over the line. Crushed.
That was an intimidating blow.
Moved across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's chipped ahead by Pronger. Rips a shot. Advances the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by Weinrich. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Scramble. One time. Blocked. Stoned by Abisher. Colorado's going to make a change here. Shove. Korea shoots the puck. Lalin made the save.
That one wasn't even close.
Rocked. That was a heavy hit. Goes behind his net. Rubbed off the puck. Havanov grabbed it. Shoots it. Blocked. Shoots quickly. Saved by Abisher. Rocked in behind. Colorado is under relentless pressure. Into the attacking zone. Solani went short. Lalin freezes the puck. The Blues have big league skill right through their lineup.
This team likes to play with the puck, and that's how they beat you. If you want to hold them off, you need to finish your checks.
Face-off won by Moore. Heavy shot. Lalin made the save. Brings it out. Over the line. With a wrist shot. Blocked. Played across by Foot. In over the line. In front. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the line. Pushed off the puck. Played across. Scores right upstairs. He really stepped into shot and ripped it past the netminder. Colorado is on top by 1.
That might win the period for them, but it may not win the game. I see a lot more goals coming.
In over the line. Wrist shot by Mellenbein. Abisher reached out for the puck. The Avalanche have applied tremendous pressure almost from the outset.
And they're winning all the battles for loose pucks, and it's created a lot of chances. The hard work is paying off in the scoreboard.
Korea won the draw. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Sent flying. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. McInnes went short. Passed ahead. Brings it out. Over the line. Laid out. Moved up. In over the line. Wrist shot by Konowalchuk. Moved over. Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Blake. Gigantic save.
This guy scored a goal tonight, and so far he's been key in helping his team press the attack.
That's so true, Craig, and it always gives a player a real morale boost when he's on the score sheet. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Wait wins the faceoff. Centered by Weinrich. Saved by Abisher. Rocked. Over center. Into the attacking zone. In front. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Run over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Into the attacking zone. In front. A delayed penalty call against St. Louis. Martins will get the gate for hooking. Colorado has converted once already, and they're getting another power play chance here. And the faceoff is won by Nikolishin. Hard one-time shot by Foot. Awesome save. Over the line. Bowled over. Nikolishin. In over the line. Cranked him. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Johnson runs him over.
Oh, he corked him a good one.
Lalin made the save. Right in front. Big save. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Bowled over. Brings it out. Over the line. Crushed. In front. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked up by Jackman. Blake. Lalin with a great glove save. Brings it out. In over the line. A shot from the slot by Drake. Right in front. Great save by Abisher. He hangs on. Abisher is a phenomenal talent. He makes saves he has no business making.
Ask any shooter in the league and they'll tell you, he's one of the toughest to beat night in and night out.
The faceoff goes to Colorado. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Checked. Colorado couldn't strike with a man advantage. Now they're 1 for 3 in the game. Sent flying. Nikolishin over the blue line. Flattened.
He's a tough guy, but that was a hard hit.
Into the attacking zone. Barnaby brings it out. In over the line. Crushed.
Jim, that one had to hurt.
Brings it out. Honger went short. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Waite. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Right in front. A shot from the slot by Tkachuk. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets bowled over by Pronger. The horn signals the end of the second period. 2-1 is the score as we head to the intermission. Hello and welcome back to the game.
Well, it's been close so far, so settle in for what will be a great third period.
Korea won the draw. Thrashed.
That hit leveled him.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Foot works him over.
He had him coming and going.
Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. In front. Laline with a huge save. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets run over by Blake.
Real power there.
Into the attacking zone. He gets shoved by Cena. Over the blue line. Run over.
He won't forget that one.
Played across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Bowled over. Passed across. Brings it out. Quick puck movement. Shove. Flattened. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Moved over. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Right in front. Misses. The Blues go offside. About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Moore. Brings it out. In front. Laline gets a pad on it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Wrist shot by Savage. Brilliant save. Sillinger shoots the puck. Turned away by Abisher. Into the attacking zone. Laline turns it away. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit. With a slap shot. Goes behind his net. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Havanoff.
Shook him up and took him down.
Over the line. Checked. Colorado has stayed out of penalty trouble so far, and that's a great sign.
Well, the key is they haven't backed down at all, but they've avoided the retaliation penalties. Those will kill you.
And the faceoff is won by Korea. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Bowled over.
He's taken out of the play.
Into the attacking zone. Mellenby, wrist shot. Abisher gets his stick on it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Laline hangs on for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Colorado. And out they come with a puck. End to end. He gets checked by Vananen. Brings it out. In over the line. Short pass. Solani shoots the puck. Leg save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Mellenby, hard shot. Abisher turns the shot aside. Over the line. Korea gets pushed off the puck. Solani grabbed it. Intercepted by Korea. Konowalchuk shoots it hard. Weinrich gets in the way. Into the attacking zone. Ooh, off the bar. Shoots it quickly. Played over, out of their defensive end. Passed across by Havanoff. In front. Scramble in front of the net. Passed across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Turned aside by Abisher. Brings it out. Over the line. Bumped by Havanoff. Big hit. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Flattened. Brings it out. Dumped in on the inboards by Moore. Into the attacking zone. Abisher made the save. Over the blue line. A shot from the slot by Tkachuk. Scores!
came back out, and he was ready and waiting for it.
In an incredible display of effort, they battled back to tie the game.
And more importantly, they've given themselves half a period to get the win.
A shot from the slot by Foot. Stick save. Over the line. He gets checked by Kanawalchuk. Knocked down. In the corner. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Run over. Brings it up. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. It's played over by Solani. In over the line. Shove. Run over. Right in front. Tremendous save. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Thrashed. Into the attacking zone. Weinrich lays him out.
Sent him sprawling.
Shoots the puck. Moved up. Brings it out. In over the line. Henriksen mows him down. Brings it up. Over the blue line. High note with a wrist shot. Blocked. In front. Laline made the save. He hangs on to the puck. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
The faceoff goes to Colorado. Moved across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Blake.
Now that's how you body check someone.
Hit. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets leveled by Havanoff. Brings it out. Over the line. Leveled.
That's going to leave a mark.
Quick pass up. Over the blue line. Wrist shot by Solani. Blocked out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Abisher got a pad on it. In over the line. He gets roughed up by Wrigley. Over the line. Moved ahead. The door is shut by Abisher. In front. Great save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Salvador. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Taken out.
Now that was a wake-up call.
Out of their defensive end. He gets run over by Savage.
He dropped the hammer on him.
Sillinger brings it out. Over the line. Bowled over.
That was a hard check.
Solani. In over the line. Run over.
That rattled him pretty well.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Blake. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Checked. Brings it out. In over the line. Laid out.
That's an impressive hit.
Brings it out. Over the line. He gets out-muscled by Savage. Out of their defensive end.
Both teams are tied at the end of regulation, so it'll have to be decided in overtime.
By our team website, video highlights, player features, and cool merchandise.
Regulation ended in a tie, so we're headed to overtime.
Time for the go-to guys to get to it.
Face-off won by Korea. Crushed.
That'll rattle your teeth.
At center. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Solani.
Sends him packing.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Shove. Brings it out. In over the line. Foot knocks the puck loose. Blake moves it ahead. Over the line. Knocked over. Wait. Out of their defensive end. He gets taken out by Tkachuk. Into the attacking zone. Fires hard. Lalime denies him. Foot shoots quickly. Lalime covers up.
You better keep your head up or you're going to be knocked on your rear end.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Korea. He gets pushed by Salvador. Brings it up. Over the blue line. He gets leveled by Vananen. It's coughed up by Korea. Great glove save. Brings it up. In over the line. He gets laid out by Tkachuk. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. One time. Mellenby scores! They win the game! That's it. This one's over. St. Louis takes the win. That'll give them a commanding 3-game lead. He left that rebound in the wrong spot, no doubt about it.
Exactly, and they lit the lamp as a result.
From Denver, Colorado, and for EA Sports, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Have a great one.
You